Yeah, hi guys. Good evening. Yeah. Yesterday we already discussed about what is automotive embedded testing and what is the embedded testing, embedded systems. Those are not we already discussed that yesterday. And today we can discuss about what are the types of jobs in the automotive in the embedded testing. We have the we have the some different types of jobs will be there in automotive embedded systems. These are the main important job roles which is relevant to embedded testings. Okay, first of all, our job role will be embedded software test engineer. It is called as an what are the test cases have you been executed as in manually? Those test cases we need to execute with the support of test bench setup. That's the role. This is called as an embedded software test engineer. These engineers are responsible for designing and executing test cases to verify the functionality of embedded software components, ensuring they meet the specified requirements. Like we got the requirements, we get the requirements. According to those requirements, we need to write the test cases for those requirements, and after that, we get the software, and we need to flash the software under the uh, component embedded system. Then we need to test the those requirements, those test cases with manually. That's the role is called as an embedded software test engineer. Okay. And coming to our second role, it's a test automation engineer. The test automation engineers develop automated test scripts and frameworks to streamline the testing process and improve the efficiency in executing test cases. This role, it's completely depending upon the automation testing. We need to write the automation script. We are teaching that script as Capal script. We are teaching that thing Capal script. By using Capal script, we need to execute the some test cases with automation. Okay, that's the second role. And integration test engineer, it's a third role. It is relevant to developer and developer assistants. Developer have one support team that is called as an developer tester. That's the candidate has been testing that integration test engineer. Like we get the code and everything after integrating the whole component, he will test it. That's the role also we are giving the knowledge about the test integration test engineer. Okay, coming to another role, hill test engineer. Hill test engineer means like hill means hardware in the loop. This test engineer, it's depending upon the hill setup. Hill test engineers perform testing using simulated hardware. It's like we are creating the simulation setup here and we are connected the hardware with this in simulation setup. Then we need to we can do automation and manual testing both in this role. Okay, next ADAS test engineer. The ADAS means advanced driver assistance. This um this issue, anybody has been testing for this issue, particular this issue. Those candidates is called as an ADAS test engineer. In this role, they are using another protocol, that is an Ethernet protocol. In this testing, mostly they are verifying with the Wireshark. We are giving that knowledge how to analyze the Wireshark logs in this testing. Okay, and remaining as it is CAN. We are already discussing about the CAN protocol. That's the thing. And extra more, we are discussing about the Wireshark for this particular ADAS test engineer. And same for infotainment test engineer also. Okay, we will give the knowledge about the how to testing the infotainment test engineer with audio, video, navigation, and connectivity features. Like these features has been depending about the Ethernet protocol. Okay, these Ethernet protocol things, how the logs will be collecting. That's the thing we will give the knowledge about this infotainment test engineer role also. Okay, most commonly, lot of like they have got jobs regarding this embedded software test engineer or automation test engineer. If in case you will be working on ADOS, then he mentioned as an ADOS test engineer. Otherwise, you are the embedded test engineer only. And infotainment, when the this is an infotainment is in module, same as like ADOS. If you're working for infotainment, then he make it as an infotainment test engineer. Yeah, any degree eligible. Yeah. Okay. And what are the types of testing has been involved in automotive embedded testings? After that, we need to discuss about the next topic is what are the types of testing involved in automotive embedded testings. Okay. And I think you understand about these types of jobs in automotive test engineer testing. These are the main roles if you are involved in testing related concepts like the testing jobs. I'm mentioning as in testing jobs only. We have the few like if you will update the developer, then you will run into the another role. But these are the testing roles in the automotive industry. Okay. Have you understand about these things? Yeah. Okay. Next topic, which is relevant to the automotive embedded testing process. What is the process for automotive embedded testing? First, we get the requirements, just understand and documenting the specific requirements of the embedded systems and software that needed to be tested. Okay. Then again, we need to wrote the cap. We need to wrote the test. We need to analyze each and every functionality in the requirement documents. We will get some like three types of documents. One is a system interaction document, another is platform interaction document, another thing is architecture. It is architecture document. Architecture means it is linked with the hardware department. Hardware department will be generated one report. It is called as an architecture the architecture document. Each and every sensor, that's every module have the every inputs, everything will be available in the architecture document, which is relevant to hardware department. We will get that architecture document also too. Okay. And coming to what is the system interaction? It is called as an what are system elements. After completion of the software, then what are the elements has been visible, and what are the functions has been visible, what are the inputs has been working. Each and everything will be mentioned with the respect to system, that is called as a system interaction document. And platform interaction document, it is completely dependent on the code. It's how the code has been going on, and how the elements has been working, like functional and non-functional elements will be found in the platform interaction document. After analyzing of three documentations, we need to plan how the test will be going on. That's the second step. It is called as in test planning. First, we need to plan. Our team lead, they are everything will be planned according to our models, agile model or VNV model, waterfall model, whatever the model. Mostly in automotive domain, we are using two types of model. One thing is in VNV and another thing as an agile model. We can discuss about what these two modules in next classes. Okay. According to those models, um, we need to plan the test plan. Test plan, what is the testing strategy and objectives, scope of test cases, and the resources required for the testing processes. For example, some of the testings has been some dependencies. For an example, when you are doing as a similar testing with respect to hardware, I'm telling that if you are not expected to working for hardware, then you need some hill setup, hill support. You need hill setup for some test cases. Then you need to wait for some more, like you need that dependencies. Those resources, they are planning each and every step. If you are working for cooling test, then you need a heater also. That's the things they will arrange. Those requirement and resources, they are planned according to the team lead. Okay, after completion of test planning, um, they start the testing. Okay, they start the testing. We have some different types of testings. The majorly we have like white box testing, black box testing, and gray box testing. We have three different types of testings here, but mostly in automotive domain, these are the testings. Like in white box testing, it is dependent upon the code, and black box testing, it is depending upon the system. No code you involved, and third thing is in gray box testing. It is depending upon the white box and black box. That's a gray box testing. I think you know about that three types of testing. In the three types of testing, we what are the testings has been majorly involved in the automotive embedded testing. That is, the first one is unit testing. Unit testing, testing individual components or modules of the embedded software to verify their correct behavior and functionality. Each and every element, like units, each and every component, they are verifying with the software. This is also a white box testing because of it's involved with the software code. Okay, software code. That's why it's called as a unit box testing, unit testing. Here in this white box testing, it is one of the testing in white box testing. Unit testing has been majorly used in automotive embedded process. Okay, here unit testing often involves testing code in isolation to ensure that each unit works as intended. Each unit, like each component, each line has been working or not, we are verifying with this unit testing. Right. Next,
Rahul, what does here the component refers?
sorry,
Component refers.
component refers.
Yeah, what does mean per component or module you are saying here?
Oh, okay, okay. Like, yeah, for an example, we can take it as in one functional. I'm just mentioned as a component. We taken as a functionality. Like for example, LED as a switch off on state will be there. That's the one unit testing. He will work on with the code. Okay, how the LED will be on. He wrote for on function on for unit testing. He will do it for on, and off state he will do it for off also. That's the depending. That's the code. That's the code he is verifying. Developer has been verifying for this unit testing. Some of the in automotive and embedded testing, we have the one developer team. Developer testing will be there. Then in the developer testing, unit testing and integration testing will be doing for with reference with developer. For an example, I'm the developer. I have one more candidate. He is doing the developer testing. He will collect the all logs, everything, logs, each and everything. He will collect. He will test for unit testing and integration testing. Those everything he will capture each and everything, and he will share to me. And I will analyze what are the things has been failed in the code. Those things I will modify each and every line. Then after I will create one more version. I'm not that version. It's not an release. I developed the for the version. I share to again to developer assistant like a developer testing. Then the developer testing has been done for an again unit testing and integration testing. It will be work properly. Then the developer will be release the version, next version. He will release that next version. Okay, that's two testings will be depending upon the developer point of view. Okay, remaining testings, whatever the functional and non-functional and performance, these and all, it's depending upon the testing team. It's different. Okay, because of every developer will not do all the testings. He will go, he wrote the code, everything, and he shared that code to another candidate. That is the developer testing. He is doing that testing role. Okay, he will test all the things with the respect of hardware also. Sometimes he needed hardware also, then he will do it. Okay, that's the components I mentioned. Like you have that another component testing will be there, but here we are not verifying with component testing. We are verifying directly with the unit testing. Each and element we are verifying because of embedded testing. It's very safety things. Each and every functionality we need to verify. That's why we are doing for unit testing part. Okay, I think you got it. Okay, next thing is functional testing. Okay, functional testing. It is black box testing we are doing here. Here onwards we can test with the respect to system. With respect to system, the specified requirements which like LED on off state, whatever the things directly with respect to system. That is called as a functional testing. Okay. Next we can go into the performance testing. In this testing, assigning the performance of embedded system under various conditions such as different loads, extreme temperatures, and varying driving scenarios to ensure the optimal operations. Okay, this testing mostly depending upon the after the release. Like after the release, they are flashing the software into the vehicle, and they mention they will do each and every element like driving conditions, load, applying, speed, everything will be testing at this condition only. That is called as a performance testing. Okay, and after safety testing, it is also validating main important elements like airbags, seat belts, um, those advanced driver assistance systems. This is the main requirement of testing, which is it's very crucial. Each and every element, what are the safety issues we need to verify. Those and each and every element will be verified by using this safety testing. This testing also we are not doing these things. This one doing for workshop people. Okay, workshop people will do for safety and performance testing. Okay, coming to our final testing, it's a regression testing. Okay, in this testing, when we are find any bug, then we are raised some ticket as in Jira. The bug has been resolved, and then we need to start the for scratch to end. We need to start all the test cases. That is called as an regression testing. Repeating the test cases to check for any new issues that might have been introduced during software updates or changes. After the updates of software and software change, then we need to verify each and every element in the regression testing. Okay, these are the testings has been involved in the automotive embedded testing. Okay, main thing about goal in the automotive embedded testing. You need to ensure that safety first, safety and reliability of the component, the vehicle, and yeah, to identify and address potential defects, flaws, and I told you like safeties and reliabilities and system contributes. These are the main important. Safety and reliability is main important, and after that, what are the advanced things has been developed in cars? Those are the second thing we need to verify. Those advanced things has been working or properly or not. We need to verify the. That's the main important here. And next thing, the testing is an ongoing process throughout the development life cycle. Yeah, development life cycle. We have the two development life cycles we are using here. One is V&V. Another thing is an agile methodologies mainly here to continuously improve software and embedded systems in vehicle. Okay. These are the testings has been mainly involved. I think I already told about the one of the real time of element like a lot of candidates has been confused about it's a they are thinking like it's a real time they are we get our knowledge or not. Your lot of candidates has been confused also, but we have that thing. We are giving the real time knowledge only. Each and everything we are in real time knowledge, and also I will provide one example for you. Okay, give me a second. I will share my screen again with that real time example. Yeah, I think my screen has been visible for us. Okay, we can take it as an like this is my panel, this is my output hardware. If in case nowadays each and every candidate has been working with input panel and output panels only. This is our output panel and this one has an input panel. Okay, we have created some messages and signals here and we are giving some value for it. Okay, then the values has been applied here, then these LEDs will be displayed. Click on the start button, show you this. This is all LEDs will be off. When I click on the orange one, this orange LED will be turned on. Okay, if I click on yellow one, its ABS will be activated. Okay, and click on the red one, the warning light indicator has been activated. Like that, we are providing each and every element with real time. We are developed one project also like this only with lot of messages and lot of signals will be there in that project. We will provide the project within the at the last 10 days. Okay. Anybody have any questions about the jobs and roles?
Any algorithm to follow for checking the functionality and the flow of the task?
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Are there any algorithm follow for performing the task or checking the workflow of the task, whether they are going in the right direction?
Sorry, I didn't get your voice. Can you speak louder?
Are there any algorithms that we need to follow for performing the tasks?
Yeah. We like we have some steps. Like for an example, I already discussed about hill setup. Hill setup. We are not involving with each and every hardware material. Then we are need to like we need to do for the manual testing purpose. I developed some panels. These are the panels we are developed for the manual testing, right? These the second row, first role. I told you that panel development team. There's a panel development is our first step. We need to like we get the database from the client side. We get the database from the client side. We according to that database, we need to create the panels for the manual testing. Okay. Here we are teaching how to create the database also. Because of if you get the job in the OEMs, like if you are working in client side directly, you are working for an R&D teams, then easy to find, easy to work on the database. That's a thing we are giving that knowledge how to analyze the database and how to create the database here. Okay, after completion of database creation, we need how to create the panels. For input panels and output panels, we are giving like some of the functionalities which is depending upon the direct hardware, but remaining things like 70% of functionalities we are developed by using panels only. 30% it's depending upon the hardware things. Okay, we are providing real time with 70% compulsory with some 20% of project we are developed on project also each and every element it's looking like with real time with code also we will share the code everything and when we are developing the panels we are using PAPL code that PAPL code also we are teaching us and next thing when we are getting these panels the tester will be work on for manual testing he is doing the manual testing here After like if you get a job in the automation testing, if you get the job in the automation testing, that's why we are teaching us automation testing also too, by using capal code. How we need to write the capal code in automation testing. That's the thing also we are teaching us.
So the code, the software is a C, and we need to have the knowledge of C, right? As per yesterday, you said.
Yeah. It's if you have some knowledge on the C, then you will be become as a pro here.
But the thing is, I know how the programming language, the flow of it. I don't know exactly the C language. I'm good with the JavaScript, but not with the C or C++ or Java, something like that.
Just you need to know about just how to write the if condition.
Oh,
Yeah, how to write the basics of integer code. That's the enough.
okay, good.
Mainly if condition they are using like most of the conditions. If condition is enough. Okay, and next thing, telling like it's don't confuse about the hill testing and this testing has been same or not. Hill testing means our hardware setup is not there. We are connecting our hardware setup with virtual. That's the thing. When we are connecting with virtually, we are getting the same panels. Why we are getting like these panels? No, I developed two panels. I showed you same panels. They are using also. Okay, and some of the candidates using for automation testing by using VTest Studio. They wrote Capal script for those things. Capal script only they are writing, but in VTest Studio they are writing that Capal code also. That Capal code, how we we are not showing. We will show that real time, but real time like our organization's simulation we will show, but we are not creating that how the way has been created. That thing we are explaining in theoretically, but we show the real time in our organizations or my friends organization, whatever that. Just one class will be there according to that hill setup. How we are connecting the hill setup, how we are testing the automation testing, how we are testing the manual testing. That's it. That's the three things we are teaching at last two classes with real time. Okay, how about the placements? Like we are not providing any placements, right? But we are teaching us like how to crack an interview, how you will get the calls. I will share some of the companies' mail IDs. That's it. We are not referring to each and every candidate. We'll share the mail IDs and mobile number. Just you need to share the mails to them. Your resumes and everything. That's the thing. Okay. Is there any questions? Where can we use it? Yeah, I will provide Canoi. I will provide the tool also. Canalizer, it's used for only one module, but Canoi, it will be used for multiple modules. That's why we are providing Canoi direct. Okay, is there anybody have some questions? Yeah, like yeah. Um, is there a learning path to follow after this course? Yes, like if you need to move on into the developing side, then you need to learn the Python. It might be better to move on to next level. Like my period also, like I started with the testing first. I got the job at the testing and manual testing. Then I worked for an 1.5 year above in manual testing. After that, I moved on into the automation testing because I learned Kaplan code. Then I move on into the automation testing. If you have the knowledge on the manual testing, then you need to move on to the another step. Then you need to learn automation testing script. Which if in case your organization is been using some of the organizations nowadays using Python scripting for automation testing too, but most of the organizations using Kaplan code. Okay, then you can learn the Kaplan code. Then you are move on into the Kaplan automation testing. If you learn, if you like after that I learn Python, then I move on into the developing side. Right now I'm working in developing. Same to same, if you like if you need to learn something, then you move on into the another step. That's it. Even any domain, it's the same thing happen. How to do automation testing using Kaplan code? Yeah, we have the two types of scenarios nowadays we are following. One thing is in automation script in under the Canoi only. We are providing that Canoi tool. No? We are giving that knowledge, same how to write the Kaplan code under the Canoi. If you, I will show the real time in VTest Studio how they are writing the Kaplan code in the real life in VTest Studio. But tool has been different. VTest Studio it's different and Canary is different, but code is not different. It's code everything will be same. Um, we have the one module here. We need to create one module as a test module. That test module we need to create the test script and it will be developed the HTML report and XML report too. XML and HTML it will be developed automatically. What are the test cases has been failed and passes of the test cases will be generate need report. And we are giving knowledge about negative test cases also. Then if we find the how to make the negative test cases also, how the test cases has been failed, those scenarios also we can discuss about that. No, it's not needed any hardware setup for automation testing. You just think on it, and we are developed input and output panels to both panels by using Canoi. Okay, then easy to check everything. Okay, is there anybody have any questions about that? Okay. Okay, we can close the class. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you all.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I will share all the like interview questions and what are the things I with code also with code everything I will share it through. Yeah, I will share that Kappa code also.
Yeah, okay. Still, anyone had any doubts? Okay, I think it's good to close. Sir, shall we close?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you all. Good night.